A shot taken. History made. A state of delirium? No. The state of Indiana. High school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport, pure Indiana. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Meet Tommy. Tommy's not sure which sport he will play in high school someday. But no matter what he ends up choosing, playing sports in high school will help pave the way to a happier, healthier life. All Tommy needs to do is make up his mind. High school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport. Pure launching pad for life.
For just 2% of a typical school's budget, high school sports give us plenty of energy and excitement. For just 2%, they also give us young people whose leadership and commitment to excellence will pay big dividends in our community for years to come. 2%, that's one investment we can all feel good about. High school sports, pure spirit, pure sport, pure launching pad for life.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Nite. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Nite.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Nite. And Paul, congratulations to you, the staff, the member institutions, the coaches, the players, the fans, everybody. 95% of the games played again last weekend.
It was, once again, a good week. And Bob, you said it best right there. It's a tribute to all of our folks out there, parents and our communities. Fans and our kids. They're doing what they need to do to keep this dream of playing high school sports alive this fall. And it's just so exciting, and I'm proud of our folks out there for the job that they are doing.
Yeah, one of the things, you and I have been involved in sports for a long, long time, and one of the things you learn early on as a player, as a coach, we adapt. Tell us what the rules are, and we'll figure it out, right? And you know how it is. Tell us what we're doing, give us the rules, give us the direction, and we will make it happen. And that's exactly what has happened around our state.
Exactly. They don't really, at the end of the day, they don't care what the rules are. They just want to know what it takes to play. And,
right.
We've been able to provide some of that information out there. Their local health departments have. And not everybody's happy with the information, or they wish it was wider open, or more fans could attend. But we're still playing. And that's what we just got to keep our eye on that. And, every kid on that Friday night or Thursday night volleyball game has an opportunity to put that school uniform on and represent their community in school. And that's a time-honored tradition that we need to keep that light on for these kids this fall.
You mentioned 95% of games. Great news out of Hammond. Hammond schools will be back in session, allowing extracurricular activities, just adding more to the opportunities for kids around our state.
That's right. And Coach, one thing we learned, we had some schools that needed to take a break for a little bit just to get some things under control. And we learned just yesterday that the Hammond schools have voted, their school board voted last night to resume participation in fall athletics. And we're excited to have them back. And it's just in time. We're right around the corner from tournament season and a lot of things.
You're right. Well, let's talk about that.
Kids are ready to get going.
Let's talk about those tournaments. You're going to be into it soon, in cross country and golf and others in the fall sports season.
It is. We've got, we kick off with girls golf here real soon, within a week. But then unified football kicks off right after that, and then here they come, one right after another, and tennis and volleyball and boys and girls cross country, boys and girls soccer. They're all ready to go, and again, we're going to start drawing ping pong balls and lining up the tournaments and saying, "Let's go" here real soon.
And we're also going to have a pairing show for football coming up Thursday, October the 8th from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock. I just got that news. I'm excited. Paul Condry and I are excited. We're going to get a chance to hang out with you for a minute.
Yeah, that's always the highlight of my day, Coach. And we got a new desk for you, and we got some new digs for you, a new place for you to give some wisdom to the state of Indiana on the football tournament, and we're excited to show that to you.
I'm not sure how much wisdom I'll be able to impart, but I will try my best to respond to the challenge. He is the commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Nite. It is our weekly conversation about all things IHSAA related. Paul, again, congratulations. Job well done by everybody. I'll look forward to our conversation next week.
Absolutely. And Bob, thank you for doing what you do for kids in Indiana.
Thanks for the kind words. Take care.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
From all across the state,
Rushville,
South Bend, Washington, Lakeland High School,
Culver Academies, North Vermilion.
we represent 160,000 student athletes.
We are the voices
of 410 member school athletes.
The IHSAA Student Advisory Committee is made up of 18 student athletes who organize the Student Leadership Conference and participate in state championship events as award presenters in many different roles.
We represent you.
We are the IHSAA Student Advisory Committee.
Pure spirit, pure sport.
Pure Indiana.
Union City High School would like to welcome you to today's Tri-Eastern Conference matchup featuring the Northeastern Knights and the home team, your Union City Indians. Again, we appreciate your cooperation in wearing a mask and observing social distance. Family units may sit together and everyone else should be 6 feet apart. Your efforts are helping us offer a safe environment for all in attendance. This time we'd like to introduce the starting offense for the Northeastern Knights. At quarterback, number 7, Carson Terrell. At fullback, number 20, Dylan Isaacs. At running back for the Knights, number 10, Ashton Martin. Also at running back for Northeastern, number 30, Alex Mikesell. At tight end for the Knights, number 84, Josh Johnson. At wide receiver for Northeastern, number 33, Garrett Tudor. At left tackle for the Knights, number 52, Cale Redder. At left guard for Northeastern, number 50, Caleb Harmon. At center for the Knights, number 78, Trevor Isaacs. At right guard for Northeastern, number 56, Calvin Berhalter. And at right tackle for Northeastern, number 51, Blake Hoskins. The Knights head coach, Wes Oler, assisted by Ryan Holleran, Jamie Mastriano, a UCHS graduate, Pat Tudor, and Lee Reed. Ladies and gentlemen, your starting offense and coaching staff for the Northeastern Knights.
Take your best shot. Is that all you got?
take your best shot. Is that all you got? I'll take your best shot. Is that all you got? I'll take your best shot. Is that all you got? I'll take your best shot. I'll take your best shot. I'll take your best shot. Is that all you got? Well, it's alright. It's alright. I'll take your best shot. Is that all you got? Well, it's alright. It's alright. I'll take your best shot. Is that all you got? I'll take your best shot. Take your best shot. Take your best shot. Is that all you got? I'll take your best shot. Take your best shot. Take your best shot. Here comes the ready or not. Here comes the boys from the south. Here comes the ready or not. How you like me now? I say. Here comes the ready or not. Here comes the boys from the south. Here comes the ready or not. How you like me now? We have brand new Union City face masks available in school colors and with the Indian mascot. They are available at the high school office Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Or you can purchase them at tonight's game at the ticket gate. Two new designs. Union City face masks.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome in to this Tri-Eastern Conference matchup featuring the Northeastern Knights and your Union City Indians. Tonight is Senior Night, so we will be introducing all of the Union City seniors. Here are your senior football players. Senior linebacker and running back, number 1, Hunter Clay. A linebacker and wide receiver, number 3, Jacob Jeffries. Defensive back and quarterback, number 7, Hunter Reagan. A defensive back and wide receiver, number 8, Gabe Addington. A defensive back and wide receiver, number 12, Lucas Likens. A defensive back and running back, number 32, Zarin Cantu. A offensive and defensive lineman, number 50, Elijah Galper. A offensive lineman and defensive lineman, number 52, Ryan Armentrout. Also a defensive lineman and offensive lineman, number 53, Eric Tariquez. And a linebacker and offensive lineman, number 66, Xavier Benavidez. Head coach for the Indians, Keith Malloy, assisted by Kenny Hill, Lance Mock, Chris Michael, Steve Shoemaker, Kevin Lawrence, Dawson Thornburg, Tony Evans, Logan Shoemaker, Kyle Purden, and Grant Shoemaker. Your Union City Indians. I'm going to do the. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand and face the flag as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem, sung tonight by Junior Katie Elliott.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner
Miss Katie Elliott. And now, ladies and gentlemen, a special welcome from our UCHS cheerleaders, Brooke Nicely, Haley Jones, Kaylee Hardwick, Michaela Cullum, Parker Abel, Gabriel Cooper, and McKenna Simmons.
And good evening, everybody. This is Brian Merrill, and welcome to Friday Night Lights again here with the
Welcome
Union
to
City
Union
Indians.
City Junior Senior High School. In the spirit
We'll
of
pause.
sportsmanship, we ask that all fans act responsibly and courteously to those around you. Abusive language or disorderly conduct is unacceptable and not welcome at IHSAA events. Please show the student athletes, coaches, officials, and your fellow fans the respect they deserve. Your cooperation is appreciated. Please enjoy the game.
Pardon me, didn't mean to interrupt Miss Gabriel Cooper down there at the cheerleading to give the nice greeting to the crowds. But again, welcome again, everybody. This is Brian Merrill for K.I.S.S TV, and we are having a beautiful evening for football. Let me tell you, getting a little chilly, but it feels like football season. And the Indians, 2 weeks in a row now, we're going to be at home. This time, they're going to try to get another win on the board against the winless 0-4 Northeastern Knights in the Tri-Eastern Conference. So it is senior night, so we're going to pay tribute at halftime to all the seniors in the fall sports. So stay tuned for that. We're going to carry that. And if you saw the opening PA announcer, Rick Lacey, announcing all the seniors onto the gridiron. And
now we'd like
what a loss that the seniors are going to have this year for the Indians. It's going to be definitely a big rebuilding year. And we're out at the midfield, and we're going to have the coin flip. We'll be back.
One of our 22 corporate sponsors that are teaming up with your 2020 Indians. Rob Likens of Eco Vehicle Systems will be delivering the game ball to the officials, and he will be helping with the coin toss. We thank Eco Vehicle Systems for being a part of our team again this year. Union City Indians, thank you all for your support.
And as I said, we got Robbie Likens out there. Eco Vehicle Systems giving the game ball. Looks like we got assistant principal
Northeastern
Loomis
has won the toss and elected to receive. Union City will kick to the west.
And there you hear it. So we're about ready to get underway here. 12 minutes on the clock. And again, what a beautiful
Tonight's
night
officials, Gary Sewell, Richard Stewart, Brian Edge, Terry Robbins, and Scott Thompson. Also tonight's chain gang, Chris Webb, Jamie Wright, Brad Jeffries, and Kenny Hill. We'd like to say a big thank you to these men for their work with the chains tonight.
Well, now something I couldn't do to Lacey when I was in high school, but I'm going to mute him right now so I can talk. PA announcer Rick Lacey, my old coach and my old history teacher. Still one of my favorite teachers, Rick Lacey. Anyway, we're about to get underway. Northeastern will receive, and the Indians will kick off. The Indians in the beautiful blue uniforms tonight, and with the sun shining down on them helmets and those uniforms, it looks beautiful out here from the press box. Hopefully you're enjoying some nice high definition if you're watching at home or K.I.S.S live stream or whatever platform you're watching. If you're watching on Facebook, shoot us a message. Let us know where you're watching from, and welcome everybody as we get underway on Friday Night Lights. Great night for football here at Union City, Indiana. And on offense, the Northeastern, the starting lineup I have is quarterback number 7, Carson Terrell. We have number 20, Dylan Isaacs at fullback, 2 running backs, Ashton Martin and Alex Meixel. Tight end, Josh Johnson. Garrett Tudor is a wide receiver. Left tackle, Cale Redder. Caleb Harmon's your left guard. Your center, Trevor Isaacs. Calvin Burkhalter is your right guard. And your right tackle, Blake Hoskins. That's the lineup that's going to be protecting Carson Terrell tonight. So here we go, and we're underway. And it looks like Northeastern's going to start in some pretty good position. And looks like they're going to start on their own 40. And we're underway. So let's see what the Indians defense has for Northeastern Knights. Again, a couple bad seasons for both, or a bad season for both teams, as we have Union City with 1 win against Hagerstown, and Northeastern still a goose egg on the board in this Tri-Eastern Conference. But this is anybody's game. We'll see how evenly matched these teams are as Terrell brings them up to the line. He drops at center, interesting formation. We have motion to the right. Here's Terrell. Pitch off to number 20, and Isaacs stopped for probably about a 1-yard loss, maybe 2-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 11 or 12. We'll call it 2nd and 12. And so that's the opening play. And Terrell comes back and brings the Knights back up to the line. Looks at his wrist for some plays. Calls out to formation. Wide receivers both looking at their wrists as well. And here we go. Here's Terrell. Pitch off to the left now. Oh, nice up the seam cutback. And nice run by number 20, Dylan Isaacs. First down and more. The Indians defense, they found a hole down through the middle, and he made one cut and took off for about a 25, 30-yard gain there. Great run by the Knights, and they're quickly up to the line. No huddle here. And here's Isaacs again. Excuse me, Terrell. Pitch to Isaacs. Isaacs off left tackle, and he's brought down, but not after he gained about another 6 yards. Oh, and a late flag thrown. Let's see what we got here. And we're going to see if we got the ref's audio tonight.
Moore and Gabe Annington on the stop.
So we're going to bring up the ref's mic, and let's see what the call is.
Flag on the play.
Northeastern's clapping their hands. It was a late flag, so most likely maybe an unsportsmanlike or a late hit. Okay, he needs to turn on his mic. It looks like a personal foul on the Indians. Somebody needs to tell him to turn on the mic so we can hear the ref. So that's going to move him about another 15 yards. Not how the Indians wanted to start on defenses. Northeastern finds themselves starting at their own 40, and now they're going to be snapping from about the 21 of the Indians, the 20-yard line. First and 10. Here's Terrell. And looks like, whoa, they're brought down. I can't see who got the handoff there. There we go, Alex Meixel. Looks like he's close to another, well, no, looks like he lost, sorry. Close to the yard marker again, but looks like we lost about 2. So it'll be 2nd and 12. And again, Northeastern not choosing to huddle. They're calling the play right at the line. Here's Terrell again. Pitch is, fake pitch. Had everybody fooled. And right off tackle, and another gain for about maybe 2 or 3. Looking at about a 3rd and 9, 3rd and 8. And Northeastern has yet to put the ball in the air. It's been all on the ground. Let's see conversely if the Indians do the same, because last week they were pretty much 95% in the shotgun all game. Might be interesting. Shotgun on one end, under center on the other, no huddle. This could be some interesting football in this opening quarter. And now, Terrell's from the gun. Looks like he's going to keep it himself off tackle. He finds a little bit of room and close to the first down marker. Might be about 4th and 1, 4th and 2. They're going to call him short, and I'm seeing about 4th and 2 from here, so this will be an interesting call for Coach Oler. Got to go for it right at the line. The Indians got to be ready. There's no huddle. There's motion, and there we go. There's a flag. So let's see if it was encroachment on the Indians. Oh, we're going to call a timeout. So the whistle blow there. Coach Malloy wisely called a timeout. He's going to bring his troop to the sidelines. So just like that, Northeastern eating up some yardage, and, of course, that 15-yard penalty personal foul didn't help matters any, and that's not the way you want to start out if you're the Union City Indians. So we'll see what Coach Malloy has to tell his troops before he sends the defense back on out. And Northeastern, I tell you, Terrell's looking pretty impressive driving the troops down. Still in this 9:44 in this opening quarter. There is no score. They're looking at about a 4th and 3. So it's going to be a big call for Northeastern. They have shown no signs of punting, and why not? They're traveling down the gridiron, down the other way against the Indians. So you might as well go with you're at, unless you got a pretty good field goal kicker with a leg. So they're going to go 4th and 3 and see if they can extend this series. I want to thank the Randolph Economic Development Corporation for all their generous support, for able to buy us really cool equipment that you're looking at in crisp high def, and we're wireless. We got a man on the field, Jordan Walzer, one of our ace camera guys. So hopefully you're enjoying a nice broadcast tonight. If you can't be here on this beautiful Friday night in Union City in the stands, hopefully you're comfortable at home wherever you're watching it.
Be 4th down and about 3.
We're going to mute Lacey again. And we're getting ready to start here as there's still a hold up. The ref's waiting. I wonder we're getting everything in order here. And again, Terrell has not gotten the huddle. They're going right to the line and calling the plays there. So this might be a quick game, quickly paced because they've been putting it on the ground, eating up that clock. So here's Terrell. I believe it looks like, yep, Terrell's going back for his first pass. He's being chased. Pass up, and it's way too long. So that's an incomplete pass. And just like that, it was 4th and 3. like a punt anyway, so Reagan will bring out his Indians. Reagan coming off a 4-interception loss last week. What a tough break for the Indians. They had it multiple times in their hands to win the game, and just too many errors, and Indians couldn't come back with a win. Good game, though, if you happen to watch it at home. We got Addington split out with Daniels on the left. Reagan again. Malloy chooses to go from the gun. Clay on his left. We're facing the sun here, so this can't be easy for Hunter looking into the sun. As Hunter goes back for a pass, and the pass is complete. Looks like for about an 8-yard gain. Let me see what kind of receivers over there. It might have been right. Number 12, Lucas Likens. So Likens starts off with the first pass from Reagan. And right again. Here's the gun. Reagan's look back again to drop. Looking over to the left. Oh, just on the outstretched hands of Blaine Daniels. I'll get it out, folks. So just like that, it's 3rd down and 3. And Hunter Reagan, let's see what kind of call that Reagan's got from Malloy. As Jeffries brings into play, Lucas comes out. They'll be bringing in wide receivers back and forth for the play. Addington's going to be on the left with Daniels split in the slot. Twins on the right. Jeffries, and it looks like Braxton right. Clay on the left. Here's Reagan. Takes a snap inside to Clay. Clay gets a few more yards, and it looks like he might have got one after the line of scrimmage, so the Indians are going to find themselves at about a 4th and 1, 4th or 2. And nope, they're going to move the chains. They're going to call it first down. Had a bad angle here, but we'll take it. I was getting ready to say if Malloy is a 4th and 2 on their own 30, I think Coach goes for it. Here's Reagan. Reagan dropped back, looks over to the left, and Daniels is open. Daniels jukes and jives here, and he goes, and, he's brought down by 4 Northeastern Knights. But after a gain of about 5 yards, it'll be 2nd and 5. Good pass from Reagan to Daniels. That's a good way to shake off the loss from last week with a couple completed passes, and Indians are moving the chains. Here's Reagan. So both teams are choosing not to huddle. They're going right to it. Here's Reagan back to pass. Nice fake. Reagan scrambles off to the right, keeps looking. He takes it on his own. And Reagan finally gets down to maybe about 1-yard gain. Let's see. Looks like it's going to be about a 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3. This is 4-down territory. I don't see Coach Malloy sending out the punting unit at all if it comes up to a 4th down, because last week I think we punted maybe once or twice. So Malloy's looking at it like this is 4-down territory. I like that call. Good coach. Good call. So Reagan brings up the troops. Of course, we commented nothing's more important than that snap to Reagan, and we got to credit Eric Tariquez, the senior. We're getting the ball back cleanly to Reagan. Here's Reagan, pitches to Clay. Clay goes off the right end. And, not before he's upended, and it looks like he might have been a gain of 1. It's going to be 4th and short. Let's see what Coach Malloy has dialed up. I would say probably Hunter Clay up through the middle. Maybe a quarterback sneak, but you never know about Coach Malloy. He might do a play action and send somebody deep. No, wait a minute. They are calling it first down, as I just said. Yeah, that looked like 4th and short, but they're going to move the chains again. So big break for the Indians there, not having to face a 4th down and 1 situation. Anything can happen. Bad snaps, somebody jumps, then you're back 5. So big break for the Indians and Reagan. And Clay's on his left. We got twins to the right. Twins to the left, and quick pass to Addington. Addington catches it. He's going to get about 7 or 8, and he keeps going. They can't bring him down yet. Now they lift him up, and they're looking to bring him to the ground. So nice gang tackle by the Northeastern Knights. Got about 2 or 3 guys in there, but not after Gabe Addington moves the chains again. Another Indian first down. So the Northeastern defense is giving up some ground yardage just like the Indians were. So this is going to be a couple evenly matched teams here. And once again, we got a full set to the left and right. Hunter Clay beside Reagan on the right. Reagan looks back. Pumps over to the right. Looks like, in and out of the arms of Braxton Wright, the junior. So that'll make it a 2nd and 10. On the 45, 6:55 left to go in the game. With still no score. Reagan gets the play, and we'll see what Coach Malloy has dialed up. Reagan from the shotgun exclusively tonight so far. Give Reagan a little bit more time. If he's on line and dropping back, probably a smart move by Coach Malloy to give Reagan a few more seconds to check out the patterns and make his checkdowns. Here's Reagan to Clay. Clay's trying to fight for every yard he gets, and Clay falls forward maybe a couple yards there. Hunter Clay, as we mentioned earlier, bunch of seniors on this Indian team, so it will definitely be a real big rebuilding year next year for Coach Malloy because we are losing a ton of seniors. I believe 11 or 12. So bittersweet for the senior class in this COVID pandemic era that we're in, but they're going to make the best of it. Reagan from the gun, Clay's on his right. Again, Daniels and Addington on the left. Keep an eye on that. Fake to Clay. Nice fake by Reagan. Reagan looks back, pumps it up. Oh, not enough on it. And Blaine Daniels was about 3 yards behind his receiver, and that was 6 points if Reagan could have got it in his breadbasket. Just fell short. So maybe Coach needs to adjust the wide receiver patterns to go about 5 yards shallow so Hunter can get the arm to get it there. So excellent play regardless. That shows the coaching staff something that they can get behind these receivers. And now we're looking at about 4th and 8, and Armentrout's back to punt for the first time tonight for the Indians. Jeffries comes in. So let's see what kind of punt return the Northeastern Knights have. Here's Armentrout. Oh, it's a fake punt. Armentrout looking. He's going to the right. Oh, and it's picked off. So regardless, that was like a punt anyway. But nice choice of a play call by Coach Malloy. Armentrout just couldn't get enough umph in it. The receivers were open for a little bit, but Northeastern was really good in closing up. And I'd say maybe you're giving up 5 or 10 yards from the punt. So good call anyway by Coach Malloy. Good call. And that's what you expect out of Coach Malloy because he can be last year. We mentioned it last week. Last year he was about 4th and 3, 4th and 4 on his own 30, and he went for it and made it. So that's what Coach Malloy does. He rolls the dice, but I like the play calling. So here comes Terrell with the second series of down for the Knights. And Terrell hands it off to number 30, Alex Meixel, around the left end, and Meixel's run out of bounds, but not after gaining about 5 yards for the Northeastern Knights. It'll be about a 2nd and 5. 6:03 left to go in the game in the first quarter. Couple fairly matched teams on the ground. Defense is kind of moving, each of them moving back and forth on the offense. So no clear play has made any difference so far. It's just been regular football. We'll see if we can't get Cantu on a pick 6 again. He's been a beast. Northeastern, nice up off tackle to Dylan Isaacs, and he's going. That's going to be 6. He found a seam. Gabe's not going to get him. Addington's trying. He's going up, and just like that, the Northeastern Knights score about on a 45, 50-yard run there by number 20, Dylan Isaacs. Just not what you need if the Indians. They caught him asleep off that left tackle end, and he hit to the sidelines and then turned it up the field, and Addington was the only guy that could get him, and a little too much for Gabe to turn on the gas. So just like that, it's 6-0, and the Union City, we got a penalty. My mistake. Here we go. What do we got? What a big break for the Indians. They're bringing it back. And they're marking it back, so.
Holding on the offense, 10-yard from the spot of the foul. Pete, 2nd down.
So what a terrible call for Northeastern to have happen to them. And what a big break for the Indians. Backs them up 10, and it negates that score by Isaacs. So I don't think the Indians will get fooled again. Here's Terrell. As the Who would say. And around the left end, here's Meixel trying to find some room, fights 2 or 3 yards, and gets it. So it's going to be about a 3rd and short, 3rd and 3. And they're going to be on their own Northeastern Knight 46-yard line. And looks like all the players are looking at risk. Got the center, quarterback, the receivers. Interesting way to play call there as everybody's got an armband, it looks like. And again, here's Terrell, and it looks like some kind of a prevent formation that they have in both flanks here. And enough for the first down. Looks like Isaacs takes it over and gets the first down for the Northeastern Knights, and those guys will move the chains again. Yep, first down. So good job by the Northeastern Knights to get through and get that first down and move the sticks, keep that clock running as we're looking at 5:18 and counting. Still no score on the board. They just scored, but a holding penalty by the Knights negated that 6 points, and what a heck of a run that was by Isaacs, 50 yards up off the left end, and negated by a holding call. So I don't think you're going to catch the Indians asleep this time. Here's Terrell. Meixel in motion. Terrell pitching over to Isaacs. Isaacs around the left end again. And it looks like he's finally knocked out of bounds after about a gain of 9. Let's see if they're going to make it about 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. Let's see when they move the marker here. Oh, wait a minute. There another flag or something? I figured they got more yardage than I guess he went out of bounds a little bit earlier than I thought from over here. I thought he was close to the sticks, but we'll take it. It's a 2nd and 5. 4:52 and counting. Here's Terrell. Terrell looking back to pass. Oh, and he's rushed. Great defense. Incomplete pass. But number 10, Likens, was all in his face. Excuse me, Eli Moore. Check that. Eli rushing the quarterback. Terrell had to get rid of it. I get these names right tonight sometime, folks. But great pressure by Eli Moore around that right end to cause Terrell to throw the pass quicker than he wanted for incompletion. Getting more in Likens' name numbers mixed up here. Here's Terrell as he's going around for a second pass. And a nice back pass to Isaacs. He shakes one tackler, and there he goes. He's getting around close to the first bound. He's down, and he's brought down by Eli Moore, but not after he gets the first down yardage. And just like that, Northeastern moves the sticks again. It looked like they might have had the play busted up, but Terrell was able to get it to Isaacs there on the left. And Northeastern continues to move the sticks. 4:28 and going. Looks like Terrell's going to take the play from the sidelines, and he lines his troops up. Terrell from the gun. He's going to take it himself off the right side guard, and looks like he dives for about 3 or 4. So good quarterback sneak by quarterback Terrell from the Knights. So moves the chains, makes it 2nd and short. So we'll see what they can do this time around. As once again, Terrell will be in the gun. Isaacs will be on his right. We got twins to the right. And here's Terrell. Mikesel in motion. Terrell pitches over to Isaacs. Isaacs looking for room. He's around that off tackle, and there he goes, right through the seam. And there's going to be 6 points, so that makes up for the Lucas isn't going to get him. That makes up for the negated holding penalty that got rid of the first 6 points on the board. But Isaacs just like that around the right end this time and takes it all the way down for a Northeastern Knights score. 3:39 left to go, and the Knights strike first in this first quarter here on Friday night. Friday Night Lights. So Northeastern giving up, I was talking to Joel Brandingham from WKBV earlier, Northeastern giving up 50-plus points and scoring 5, so not a big offensive threat, so the Indians got to recognize that, but Indians got a lot of holes in their defense on that series of downs because they're hitting the seams and they're getting off tackles and they're getting some openings and running down for multiple yards. Here's Terrell for the 2-point conversion, and they stop him. The Indians stop, so that'll be it, 6-0. The 2-point conversion is no good, and the Indians will come to the sidelines as the kick return team will go out. And Northeastern will be kicking to the Indians, and let's see what Hunter Reagan and Coach Malloy have to answer after Northeastern Knights with this score. You can't have holes like that, and they're going to run on you all night. They're just going to get some good blocking, and they hit that tight end tackle hole, and then it's a burst of speed, and they're gone. And Indians got to cut those off. They got to get some pursuit angles and get that tackling because that was a chunk of yardage. And Isaacs, that's the second time he got 30-plus yards, and it looked like nothing from up here in the press box. So the Indians got to seal that off. That's definitely going to be an adjustment that Malloy's going to make at halftime. Keep an eye on Isaacs because he's the one doing the most damage. So the Northeastern Knights are going to take the field, and they're going to be kicking off to the Indians still here in the first quarter. Finding themselves up 6-0 does the Knights in this Tri-Eastern Conference match. Senior night as well for Union City. You want to stay around for halftime. We're going to be honoring all the seniors in fall sports. Tudor's got the ball on the tee. He'll kick off. Back deep is Daniels and Addington. So haven't called Blaine Daniels' name too much tonight, so I'm sure it's just a matter of time before he starts getting some action in. One of the star players here on the Indians team, a junior, and a short kick, and it looks like they're going to re-kick it as flag. Let's see what the call here. Let's see. Yeah, it does look like an offside call on that far end. Let's see what the call is. They're backing up, so they're going to re-kick it. Kick was very short anyway.
On the kicking. 5-yard penalty. Repeat the kick.
Okay. Again, the mic of the ref is cutting in and out, so we'll do the best we can. But pretty cool this year to have the refs mic'd up, so we can bring you that audio. And they're going to back up the Knights. They're going to kick off from the 35 this time. And we're getting ready to get underway, and here they go again. And once again, not a big, deep kick. Its field is bobbled. Northeastern, who's on it? Did the Indians get it? Northeastern say they got it, and they do say it. Big mistake by the Indians. Number 3, Jeffries, tried to field it, and it bounced off his shoulder pads forward, and Armentrout couldn't jump on it, not before the Northeastern Knights got it. And just like that, another mistake by the Indians. They couldn't get on it, and Northeastern Knights will take over the ball again on shy of the, what do we got here? About the 46-yard line of the Indians. Not what you need if you're the Indians. Bad break for the special teams on that one. It came off. It wasn't a deep kick at all, but Bandit had some spin on it, hit Jeffries right in the shoulder pad and went forward. They scrambled forward. Armentrout tried to get on it, and Northeastern knifed in there, and here we go. 1st and 10 as Terrell brings the troops back onto the field here. Under center, Isaac's behind him. Isaac off left guard. There he goes, Isaac again. Finally stopped, but not after a gain of 8 or 9. Addington moves up to make the tackle. Boy, if you're going to have your defensive backs make most of the tackles tonight, it's going to be a long night for the Indians. You got to get those linebackers in there and get some penetration. You do not want to have a night of your defensive backs making all the tackles. So Northeastern Knights find themselves at about a 2nd and 1, 2nd and 2. We'll call it 2nd and 2. And here comes Terrell again. Isaac's behind him. Mikesell in motion, faked up. Nope, Mikesell does get the ball. Off tackle and enough for the 1st down. He's brought down by Hunter Clay. So I'm keeping wondering if Coach Malloy's going to have his Can-2 and his right defense back kind of cheat in a little bit to maybe get some supports from this defensive line because they're going right through it. You got to get these linebackers to close some of these holes. You got Clay, one of the hardest hitters on the team. It's the first time I called his game tonight on defense. And nice little razzle-dazzle, but looks like number 10 took the ball. Ashton Martin. Not to be confused with James Bond's vehicle, the Aston Martin. Maybe the parents are a Bond fan. So nice run there. He was shaken, not stirred, as Northeastern gets ready to snap again. Here's Terrell. He's looking, dropped it back to pass. Oh, wide open. Well, not wide open, but guarded by Can-2, but a little too high by number 84. We got Josh Johnson there, but Can-2 on guard. A little too high for him, but Can-2 was there to make the stop should he have brought it down. So the Knights find themselves now on a 3rd and 8. And again, they're on the Indian 34-yard line. After a muffed kickoff, the Indians' offense have not been on the field in the last couple series. Mikesell in motion. Here comes Isaacs with a handoff. That play again. Isaac's eating up the yardage. He might have got enough. Looks like maybe 4th and short. They're indicating 4th down. So if you're Northeastern, if you're Coach Oler, you're just going to go for it. No sense in punting here. As once again, Terrell brings him to the line. Backed by Isaacs. Mikesell in motion. Indians got back in time. Well, they're trying to do, seeing if they're going to draw the Indians offside. So nice, got still 17 left on the shot clock, on the play clock. That's the winter sport. Here comes Mikesell, and we get a timeout. Northeastern calls a timeout on 4th and 2. It looks like Terrell tried to draw the Indians offside, so great mindset by the Indians to not jump and give them an easy 1st down. So the Indians are going to make them earn it, and they're going to both go to the sidelines to see what kind of strategy you got on the offense with Coach Oler on his 4th and 3. You want to keep the drive alive. You don't want to turn it over to the Indians, and the Indians are waiting to stop it after that muffed kickoff return by Jeffries and Armentrout. So 138, both teams to me are still pretty evenly matched, but the Indians do not have an answer for Isaacs. He's just gaining and churning out yardage, getting 5, 6 here and there, and he had a couple big runs. One score was negated by a holding penalty, but the same series of down, he went around the right end and scored 6 anyway. So Isaacs having a great first quarter on the ground on his way to clearly a 100-yard game. So if this Northeastern Knights team is winless, they haven't seen it to me. They're churning up some pretty good yardage on the Indian defense. They're not playing like a team that hasn't won a game yet. And the Indians do need to stop. Indians will come back out, and we'll see what Coach Oler has for Terrell when he brings his troops back to the line on a 4th and 3. Again, you don't want to let your mind go on this. You don't want to jump. Again, up here, it's really cool to see it up here in the new press box we got built last year, but I'm checking over here on my man Phil Williams, who's doing the control, and looking some high-definition pictures. I'm almost jealous of you folks sitting and watching at home because we have some clear images to bring to you folks tonight on Friday Night Lights here in Union City, Indiana. And here's Terrell. Big 4th down for the Indians. Motion. Terrell pitching to Isaacs. Isaacs right up through the middle, 1st down and more. Brought down by Cantu.
On the carry for a Knight 1st down.
And just like that, the Indians cannot stop the Northeastern Knights on the ground. Isaacs has been a thorn in their side on this series and last series. Here's Terrell.
1st and 10 for the Knights.
Motion up, and the handoff to number 10, and he stopped. That's Martin. So Ashton Martin probably went back a couple yards or two. It's going to be 2nd and 12. So put him in motion, and Terrell gave it right to him as they snapped the ball, but the Indians were right there to bring him down.
Loss on the play.
So that's the kind of stuff the Indians need as we're still counting at 1:02 left to go in this 1st quarter. Indians find themselves down 6-0. Here's Terrell. Motion by Mikesell. Terrell rolls out. He's going to keep it. And he's nice diving tackle by number 1 of the Indians, Hunter Clay. Great presence by Clay to stop what could have been a great gain around that left end. Could have been into the end zone too because there was some daylight if Terrell would have got around the corner, but Clay was there to dive and stop a play. Excellent play by the senior. Here's Terrell. Terrell is going to drop back, 2-step back, and nice clear pass to Mikesell. Snuck up through the middle, brought down by Addington, but not after moving the sticks, and a gain of about 18 yards. And the Knights find themselves in the red zone and more, 1st and goal on the Indian 8. On the Indian, call it the 6 or 7 maybe. So the 1st quarter is going to wind out, and we're going to switch ends here. We're going to bring it down. I don't know if they're going to get enough play here. Yep, they're going to let the clock run out. 2, 1, there we go. And at the end of 1, the Indians find themselves down 0-6. And we're going to switch ends. Both teams will come down to the coaches, and they'll talk it over as we move all the way down 90 yards the other way. And Northeastern's looking to threaten to put it in the end zone again and looking to put the Indians down at least 12-0. So Coach Malloy's got to get some defensive stop, first of all, and then we need to get Hunter Reagan and the offense back on the field so we can get some offense churning down the road, churning down the gridiron against Northeastern Knights. As you can see in that end zone, we had the pep band led by Fred Elliott. And normally they'd be in the stands, but we're in a COVID pandemic situation, so everybody's kind of social distancing, wearing face protection, and we had to put the band over there. Kind of a little different when you don't have the student cheering section and stuff like that in normal games, but that's the world we're in right now until everything can get back to normal, and it will. 1st quarter observations, it just looks like Indians do not have an answer for Isaacs, and of course you got to give credit to Alex Mikesell too because he's had some pretty good key plays in there, but pretty much it's been Isaacs doing all the groundwork for the Northeastern Knights led by Terrell. And let's see what the Indians can do once they can get the ball back, but first thing they got to do is stop the Knights from getting in again and scoring, and that's a tall order because they have done nothing to really stop Isaacs. So we'll see, and maybe at halftime we'll get some stats to see how many yards he's got when he goes in the locker room because he's got to be not too far from 100. Definitely would have had it if both of those scores would have counted. As we mentioned earlier, there was a errant flag of a holding penalty on the Northeastern Knights that negated about a 65-yard touchdown run by Isaacs over the left end. But a couple downs later in the same series, he went around the right end and took it on in the end zone. And Isaacs behind Terrell now. So here's the first play of the second quarter. First and goal. Here's Terrell, gives into Isaacs down the middle, easy score. Hardly touched it all, went right through the middle of the Indian defense. So that's got to frustrate Coach Malloy to see his defense open up like that, and the Isaacs ran it right down their throat for a Northeastern score, and that brings us to 12-0. So let's see if they go for 2 points again, and must not have a kicking game, does Northeastern doesn't. So we're just going to go for 2. Terrell Brink comes back onto the field. About said court again. I guess I'm wanting basketball season, but I'm a football guy. Okay, so here's for the 2-point conversion, already up 12-0. Northeastern's looking to add on 2 more. Here's Terrell looking to pass, looks to the left, and nice block away by Lucas Likens. So excellent 2-point save there by the senior Likens, but not after Isaacs brings it on in right through the middle and a 6-yard gain, and the Indians find themselves in a hole with 11:56 just underway in the second quarter, 12-0. So what the Indians need to do is just keep their spirits up. This game is not by any means out of hand. When you have Daniels, you got Clay, you got Addington, all these guys can score. So we'll see what kind of, you don't want to play from behind those, so I would imagine if they can get comfortable, maybe the Indians can get a score, maybe Malloy will do some more running. I'm sure we'll see some play action, but with Reagan back there in the shotgun, you're going to probably put it in the air. And kudos to Reagan, because after the bad game that he had last week in the air against the Northeastern Knights, excuse me, not the Northeastern Knights, Knightstown Panthers. That's who we're playing tonight. He's looking really good tonight. Looks like he's protecting the ball a lot more. The line's giving him a little bit more time when he's passing. But when you're in the gun, you have probably a couple more seconds to figure out the field in front of you and get it to the right receiver. So good play calling by Coach Malloy and putting Reagan in the gun to give him a little bit more time. Last year, Reagan was under duress a lot by snapping under the quarterback. The defenses were getting to him. So here we go as Northeastern's going to kick it off. Back to receive is looks like Daniels and Addington, and it's going to go to Addington. He picks it up, and here come the Indians. Addington brings it up, still on his feet, and he's still on his feet. Addington's churning out some yardage. Nice run back by the senior, Gabe Addington, and it's going to give the Indians 1st and 10 on their own 42. So there you have it. The Indians, it seems like it's been forever and a day since their offense has been on the field. So Union City will start on their own 42. And Reagan from the huddle brings up the line. We have Likens split out to the right. Addington split out to the left. Got an I formate. Well, not an I necessarily. We got Reagan flanked by, looks like Daniels and Clay. Reagan from the gun. And the handoff is to Daniels. Here he goes, around off tackle. There goes Daniels again, turning on the speed. Daniels keeps running. Are they going to get him? Are they going to get him? And pushed out of bounds. Great play by the Northeastern Knights to save 6 points. But just like that, Blaine Daniels strikes, and the Indians, and they bring it down into the red zone. I just mentioned that. We haven't called the junior's name, and there you go. Daniels around the left end and turned on the speed. Just what the Indians need in their confidence in their offense.
Northeastern 23-yard line.
This time Daniels is going to be out in the slot with Addington. Eli Moore on the right side. Here's Reagan, flanked by Clay. And fake to Moore. No, he gives it to Moore. Moore tries around the left end. Moore's got some yardage, and looks like a good gain of about 5 or 6 yards by Eli Moore, the junior. So let's see if the Indians can strike back just like that and put it within 6.
Brings up a second down and 8.
And again, I got to give credit to senior Eric Tariquez. That can't be an easy job snapping that ball back, and they're clean snaps. I have not seen Tariquez muff one snap in 2 games so far. I don't want to jinx him, but excellent exchange between quarterback and center tonight. Daniels and Clay flanking Hunter again. Here's Reagan from the gun. Addington split out wide right. Moore split out left. Looks like he's going to give it to Clay. Clay tries up the middle, bounces back, and Clay's thrown back down for about a 2-yard loss to the original line of scrimmage. Nope. 2-yard loss, so it's going to be about 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10. That's called 3rd and 12.
3rd down and 12
yeah.
for the Indians.
So the Indians need to go the other way. You don't want to go backwards. Jeffries brings into play to Hunter Reagan, and they are in a huddle now. 10:30 left to go in the second quarter. And let's see if Daniels gets the call again. Daniels lining up on the left of Reagan, Clay on the right. Hunter from the gun, here we go. Reagan gives it to Daniels. Again, same play off the right tackle. Daniels turned out some yardage. There he goes again. Close to a first down. Let's see what they give him. It's going to be 4th and short, but we know Coach Malloy. He's going for it. There's no question about that. He's not going to punt. And we talked about the leg of Blaine Daniels can kick 30, 40-yard field goals, but Malloy's going to want 6. So it brings up a 4th and 4. Let's see what Coach has for Hunter Reagan and the crew. Likens brings in the play. Here come the Indians. In the lineup, we've got Likens split wide right, Addington split wide left, and we got the I formation for the first time. Hunter's under center. Clay and Daniels in the I. It's given to Daniels. Daniels stopped. Good defense by the Northeastern Knights, and Daniels is stuffed. So nice play call by Coach Malloy. The Indians just couldn't execute it, and just like that, they turned it over on downs, and Northeastern's going to get the ball. But Union City did look impressive on that series of downs, so Union City's got a confidence now. They know they can run on this team. So we'll see what Coach Malloy has when the Indians get the ball again. But the Indians defense, now they find themselves, Northeastern's going to be on the, looks like their own 20. And we've mentioned Isaacs all night, so let's see what Indians do to stop Isaacs. Definitely an adjustment Coach Malloy's going to have to make in halftime. They might have to have somebody just follow him or make sure that they know where he is everywhere on the field. And I'm waiting to call Cantu's name. I'm surprised that he hasn't got in more into the action. Here's Terrell back. He's going to take a long pass. A little too much. Oh, could have been intercepted by Likens. A little bit over his head too, but too much pepper on that pass. He tried to get it to number 33, Garrett Tudor. So Northeastern Knights will be 2nd and 10. And here comes Terrell again. No, he's under center this time as well, with Isaacs behind him. He gives to Isaacs up the middle. And there he is. Boy, they're getting the seam. Isaac is finding the seams. The Indians cannot close that up. Where is Cowper at? Cowper's a man-child. He should be stopping that. So they must be doing a pretty good job of pushing Cowper on the ball, because he's not he's a tall order to get off that, and I haven't called his name yet tonight. So let's see if Elijah can get some tackles in, because I think Benavides is down there too, but they're having their way with the Indians right now up the middle with Isaacs. Here's Terrell from the gun. Terrell's going to take it himself off right guard. He finds some space, and nice upended tackle by Hunter Clay. Got an ankle tackle in there and prevented probably another first-yard play. It's a good play by senior Hunter Clay.
Hunter Clay on the stop. 2nd down and 5.
And it's getting a little dark now. The sun's not going to be a factor. Still great weather for Friday night football. Here's Terrell from the gun. Gives to Isaacs. Isaac goes off the right end. He's got daylight, a little bit more. 1st down, and he's brought down finally, but not after they're going to move the sticks again. That's not what you want to do if you're the Indians. You've got to stop this Isaacs kid from running and churning down yardage and continuing to move the sticks, because what's going to happen is when your defense is continually on the field, you're going to get tired. They're going to make mistakes. They're going to miss tackles, and Northeastern's going to go down into the end zone again, already up 12-0. So the Indians need a stop. Here's Terrell. Terrell gets the ball, pitches over to Isaac. Isaac's off the left end. He's got a little daylight, and he's finally brought down by the Indians, but not after a gain of a couple. So Isaac's shouldering the load for the Northeastern Knights tonight on the ground. That young man's got to be fatigued in this first half, because he's done a lot of the run work. Credit to the Knights, though. Coach Oler's good play calling against the Indians, because he's finding some seams. He must have seen something on film when preparation for the Indians, that Isaac's been able to go up the middle and get past Cowper and Benavides. Here's Terrell. Meixel in motion. The gifts to Meixel. Meixel tries to cut up over the guard. Left end, he's got a little bit of yardage, gain of about 2 or 3. And the Knights are going to find themselves at about a third and manageable.
Stop by number 54, Colin.
Again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in, watching the K.I.S S broadcast. I'm Brian Merrill with my man Phil Williams here in the in the press box. Want to credit camera Jordan Walzer, Austin Hummel, and Christian Cardona up top with the camera for our nice coverage tonight. Want to appreciate the team working tonight, and Aaron Penny's going to help out with some of the camera. And I believe Payne Abel might be joining us in the second half. The old Union City alum last year, former football players. Isaacs takes it right up the middle again. Boy, you have got to be frustrated if you're the defense of Union City Indians and Coach Malloy, because they are having their way with Cowper and Benavidez and this whole front four of Union City. Northeastern's just moving them off the ball, and some Isaac sneaking in there, and they just can't catch him. As I mentioned earlier, when you have your defensive backs doing most of the tackling coming up, there's a problem with the defense. So that's going to be a big adjustment Coach Malloy's going to have to make here with 6:52 left to go before they go in the locker room, find themselves down 12-0. And here's number 33. That's not Michael, so 33. I think that's a new number we're going to call. Garrett Tudor. Number 33, Garrett Tudor with that call. So Union City, or excuse me, Northeastern, we have called Mikesell, we've called Isaacs, we called Martin, and now we called Tudor. So Tudor's listed as a wide receiver, but he took the handoff. So they're doing it on the ground multiple. They're picking up. Uh-oh, we got a flag? What do we got? Didn't see the penalty, so let's bring the ref's mic up and see what we got.
On the offense.
Another big break for the Indians.
Repeat first down.
Northeastern just shot themselves in the foot there and find themselves at about 1st and 18. So we'll see what Terrell's got for the Knights. And Union City's defense, I'm seeing some hands on the side, on the hips there. They're a little fatigued. They've been out on the field a lot. The time of possession's clearly been Northeastern Knights. Here's Terrell. Fake around. He's going around the right end. He sees daylight. Terrell puts on the gas and gets a big chunk of that back, and he finds himself now. It's going to be second and about 7. So nice gain there by the quarterback Terrell of the Northeastern Knights.
Second down and 6 for the Knights.
So Tudor's in the backfield now, listed as a wide receiver, but also credited as the punter and the kicker. So Northeastern with an interesting offense, keeping it on the ground, and they're using a lot of their players to mix it up. But the gains, or the ground game, pretty much has been Isaacs, but they're throwing some curveballs in there. As here we go again. Here's Tudor around the left end, and he's going to move the sticks with it. He gained about 7 yards there. 1st and 10. They're going to be on the Indian 42. And the Indians just keep going backwards, and that's not what you want if you're Coach Malloy in the defense.
On the carry. Blaine Daniels on the stop for the Indians.
So maybe the Indians can go into the locker room, but I tell you, the other thing is the Indians aren't going to be able to get much halftime adjustments because most of the seniors are going to be celebrating senior night. And here's a fake. Terrell tries to look up the middle, and he's finally stopped for little to no gain. Original line of scrimmage, maybe dive for 2. And the Knights find themselves, well, 2nd and 10, so we're going to give him no gain. But as I mentioned, senior night at halftime, all the seniors will be walking, being recognized and everything, so a lot less time for the coach to make adjustments in a locker room situation, so this might not benefit the Indians. And here's Terrell, he's wise out. Nice rollout by the guard. Pull almost picked off by Clay, right in Clay's hands, and look, he's beating himself in the helmet. Clay knows he should have had that one. It's a big break for the Indians there. Now they find themselves 3rd and 10. Big down for both teams here. The Indians need to stop as the clock stopped at 5:02. But if the Indians can put a stance here and get the ball turned over, that'll be a big break and a big win for the Indians on this series. Here's Terrell. Gives to Isaacs right up the middle. Isaacs is just having his way. He's getting easy 4 or 5 yards, and the DBs are having to come in.
Dylan Isaacs on the carry.
Isaac's got to be close to 100 yards on the half.
Stop by Blaine.
Comes up a little gimpy. It looks like he might have pulled a groin there. Isaac's in a little bit of pain there, but it looks like he'll shake it off. Come up wincing, grabbing the groin area. Could have pulled a muscle in that area, and that's not good if you're a runner. That's going to hurt. So let's see what we got. We got a break in the action here. 9-8, letting the play clock run. They're probably going to call a timeout with 4:20 left in the first half. And it looks like Tudor's over to the sideline, and they're going to call a timeout. And very smartly done. If you're Northeastern Knight, you're sitting on a 12-0 lead. You want to churn up that clock. So very smart play by letting the play clock go all the way down and eat those precious seconds no matter what. Smart play call by Coach Orley.
Along with their parents
So I'd like to be a fly on the wall down there to hear what Malloy's telling his defense down there, because Indians need a good stop.
3 minutes to go in the half.
You can't win a game when you're allowing 4, 5, 6 yards a play every time on the ground. So the Indians got to short up, and definitely, like we mentioned, Cowper and Benavides and whoever else is down there. I know Braxton Wright's down there on the line. I've seen on sometimes.
Seniors and parents.
I don't really see Northeastern moving off the ball, but as soon as they hit the line, they're into the backfield. The DBs of Union City have to come up and make that tackle, and that's not going to win you games. That's going to be a long night for the Indians if they can't stop that. And I'm sure Coach Malloy and all the other coaches, we'll see a different Indians team here. And again, it's senior night, the last game of senior night. Your adrenaline will be up. You're going to play a little harder. You're going to hit a little harder. You're going to run a little faster. And I'm just not seeing that out of the Indians right now in this first half, because it's been all Northeastern in time of possession as well. 12-0 with 4:15 left to go. And here comes here comes Terrell. Brings him to the line. Once again, want to thank everybody for tuning in. Wherever you're tuning in from, please shoot us a message on Facebook. We like to hear it. Hello, John Schmidt, watching from Centerville. Appreciate it. John Smith, of course, the pioneer of the K.I.S.S program. Continues his support, him and Prudy. Shout out to them as Terrell tries to go off, tries to pitch it. And did they fall in again? Yeah, Terrell, boy, that could have been dangerous for the Knights, because he tried to pitch it and smartly fell back on the ball as Armentrout was in there to bring him down.
Stopped by number 10, Elijah Moore.
No, the announcer said Moore looked like Armentrout from here. So that's okay. So just like that, it was a 4th down. So that's a big break for the Indians. And 4:09, 12-0's your score. Northeastern, though, this is pivotal for the Indians to get down and get something on the board before we go into the locker room. You don't want to go down 12-0. So let's see what Reagan has for the Indians. Addington split out right. Looks like Daniels Moore on the left. And the handoffs to Clay. Clay tries to get around the left hand. He gets a little daylight. Clay keeps going. Goes back and forth there, tries to find an opening. And Clay looks like he gained about 3 yards. So good gain there on the ground by the senior. Bringing up about a 2nd and 7. Clock will continue to roll, though, so that's not your friend this first half. If you're Coach Malloy, you want to get your troops on there, get Reagan to get the ball and get it down the field as quick as you can and score before the halftime. It's not rocket science. That's easy math to figure out. You got to get it in if you can. You don't want to go down 12-0 into halftime. Addington split out to the right. Eli to the left. Daniels and Clay flank Reagan. Here it is. Reagan looks to pass. Quick pass. Nice slant by Addington. Addington's 1st down and more. He keeps turning out. Hold on to the ball. Nice gain for the senior from senior Reagan. And he'll move the sticks. About a 15-yard pass. So great execution by the Indians there to continue to move the sticks. And the clock will run again. It's 3:19. And there it goes. They start after they move the sticks. Addington comes to the sideline. Great catch by the senior on a slant. And that might be something you want to go to again, because that was pretty wide open there. And Addington had about another 5-6 yards after the catch. So I'd definitely go back to that well with Addington. Moore flanked on the left this time. Here's Clay. Reagan. Reagan rolls out, being chased. Oh, and it's blocked by number 50. Reagan tried the little dump pass over there. But number 50, Caleb Harmon, swatted it down. And it's 2nd and 10. Stops the clock, though.
This time we need all the fall sports senior athletes, band members.
They're calling the senior athletes now to get down by the track. As we said, essentially the whole football team is going to be there, too, because we have all those seniors. So always like senior night activities, and it's a beautiful night. No weather condition problems whatsoever. We've had fog, we've had rain in years past, but tonight's a beautiful night for the seniors. Now, what a great cap to senior night if the Indians can pull off a win. Here's Reagan. Oh, high snap for the first time. But Daniels takes it and turns something out of nothing, and Daniels struggles for about a 6-yard gain, going to make it 3rd and 4. So great recovery by Reagan. The first errant snap by Tariquez, a little high, but Reagan was able to scoop it down, get it to Daniels, and Daniels was able to make a positive out of that play.
Playing Daniels on the carry.
So really it's kind of, after those 2 scores by the Northeastern Knights, it's kind of been back and forth now, so everything's settled down, but doesn't bode well for the Indians because they got to do something to get something on the board, and there's 2:12 left to go in the half. Here's Reagan from the gun, flanked by Clay. Reagan's going to look, drops back, 3-step back. Here he goes, passes up, and he tries to get it over to Braxton Moore, but the defender stepped in front of it. Reagan's got to watch it. He needs to look off his receivers and get those DBs to wonder what Reagan's doing before he decides to commit to a receiver. Right now it looks like he's just looking, Reagan's looking to where he wants to pass, and I think the DBs are picking that up, and they're stepping in front of the receivers. So Reagan has not made any turnovers. There have been no turnovers in the game so far, but you don't want Reagan to throw it in the arms of the DB with 2 minutes left to go and have Northeastern come back down and put another 6 on the board. You need to protect the ball if you're the Indians. Here's Reagan. Takes another drop back, tries it again, and clearly got, Addington was looking to run before he got the ball in. Common mistake when you think you're going to catch the ball and you turn your head, and just like that, what a bad break for the Indians, because Gabe had some daylight. And I'm sure the senior's frustrated himself on that one. You see that a lot in college and pro too, where the receiver feels the ball touch, he doesn't secure it, he looks the other way, and boom, falls right out of his hands. So here comes the Knights, just like that, 1st and 10. The Indians have got to make sure that the Knights do not put it in. I think Coach Malloy will settle for a 12-0 going into the locker room. Here's Terrell. But Northeastern's going to pass it. They're going to try to get something on the board. And there it goes, just like that. The receiver got behind him. He's still going. And he's finally brought down. Horse collar. Surprised there wasn't a flag there. Eli Moore brought him down by the shoulder pads, but what a big gain. And I don't have it. Looks like number 10, Ashton Martin took the pass. Excuse me, number 1, and I don't have him listed on our roster.
Be 1st and 10 for the Knights.
So the Knights find themselves 1st and 10. What a bad break for the Indian defense. Here's Terrell. Isaacs, and they're going to flag on the play, and they're going to stop it. So let's see what the call is. And offsides? Offsides by the Knights. So that's going to back them up a little bit. Big break for the Indians at 1:49 left to go, but.
Dead ball. Full start. Offense. 5-yard. Still 1st down.
Yeah, Mike's still cutting up here on my receiver. We're going to try to continue to give you the ref's mic, ladies and gentlemen, but it's cutting out. So apologies there in this new PA system. Of course, it's always something, isn't it? Here's Northeastern Knights. Here's Terrell.
Oh, you're not going to be down there?
Terrell's looking for some action. He's being pursued, and Armentrout gets to him. Who else was in there? Looks like, Daniels and Armentrout both in there on the play, causing Terrell to throw it before he wanted to, an incomplete pass. 1:44 left to go, 2nd and 15. So the Indians, this will be a win for the Indians if they can make a stop here and get into the locker room and prevent Northeastern from getting another 6.
2nd down.
Still plenty of time, though, for the Knights to put it in the end zone again. And if you're the Northeastern Knights, I'd be calling number 20 again. Just continue to feed it to Isaacs until the Indians can stop him. Here's Terrell. Over to Mikesell this time. Almost bobbled the ball. Mikesell off the left tackle. And it looks like he gained a little bit back to the original line of scrimmage as the clock will continue to run at 1:35 left in the first half.
On the carry. Gain of a couple. Blaine Daniels on the stop for the Indians.
And just like that, Terrell's back into the line of scrimmage under center. Mikesell in motion. Here's Isaacs, what I said, right up the middle. And finally upended by senior Gabe Addington. Got an ankle tackle there. And if Addington had got him, Likens was waiting on him. But again, Isaacs eats up a chunk of yards, find themselves 4th and 2. Here's a huge play for the Indians right now, 4th and 3. You got to give it to Isaacs if you're the Knights. And we got a flag. That could be a big break for the Indians. Let's see what we got it. Is it going to be on UC? Oh, offsides by Union City. That was a dagger. That's going to move them 5 more. Now, Northeastern finds themselves a 1st down.
Encroachment. Defense.
Oh, what a heartbreaker for the Indians.
Results in a 1st down.
Oh, now it's 1st and goal on the 10. Plenty of time with a minute to go. Devastating if the Indians go into the locker room down 3 TDs. Here's Terrell.
The Indian 10-yard line.
And he gives it to Isaacs right up the middle. Isaacs, they can't stop him. Finally gets him on the 1. It's going to be 1st and goal, or excuse me, 2nd goal Northeastern. And they just do not have an answer for Isaacs. And I have not called Cowper's name at all tonight, Benavidez, anybody on that D line. I'm sure they're going to get a talking to in the locker room because you got to stop that. And Cowper, like I said, he's a big boy. So I'm surprised that he's not getting in on the tackling. I haven't called his number yet. Here's Terrell. He's got a quarterback sneak, and he goes, what's the indication? Are they going to give it to him? Yep, touchdown, Northeastern Knights. What a bad break for the Indians. Well, that encroachment call gave them the first down, and they could have had a stop there, but they got first down.
Northeastern.
Isaac takes him down to the goal line, and Northeastern punches it in. Then the Indians find themselves down 18-0 with possibly tacking on 2 more if they score this 2-point conversion with 24 seconds left to go. Big backbreaker for the Indians. That can really take the wind out of your sail. Well, I'll tell you what, I know the Indians, I know all these kids players, they're going to be come back second half fired up because this is their last senior night. They're going to try a point after here. Number 30, Mikesell's going to try it. Nice clean snap, and it does not go. Little squib to the right, couldn't even get above the crossbar. So there you have it, 3 touchdown lead, 18-0. As Union City finds themselves down 3 touchdowns with 24 seconds left to go. And I do not want to be in that group of kids when halftime hits because I'm sure we got some coaches that are going to be some talking to some of these players and got to put the heart into it. They got to stop this Isaacs kid. Cowper looks pretty tired. And I'm sure he's getting a lot of work in there. Cowper, we mentioned last week, he slimmed down. I believe the kids told me Cowper's down about 25, 30 pounds. Looks nice and svelte, but that's a lot of weight from last year, and that's a lot of real estate that you had to get around. Cowper's all slimmed up and svelte. But maybe that weight loss has lost his strength and his stamina because he's clearly tired on the sidelines here with his hands on his hips. And you got to have a guy like Cowper in the middle to close that up, but they're just going off guard on each side. Is Isaacs of Northeastern, and they're getting into the backfield, and the DBs are having to come up to make the tackles.
At least you're walking around.
Another name I haven't called tonight, which is surprising, is Sr Cantu. Sr Cantu's first year as a senior. He's having a great senior year, but I haven't called his name tonight.
All the senior athletes and band members.
So once again, 24 seconds before halftime. You want to stick around because we're going to be introducing the fall seniors. It'll be their last senior night. So we'll be bringing you that coverage as well.
Blaine Daniels and Gabe Addington are deep for the Indians.
Here's the kickoff. Again, a short kick. You got to fall on it. Don't let it. Thankfully, it went out of bounds. Lucas Likens, it looked like number 12, they just kind of watched it. I think that's, well, excuse me, that's not Lucas. Looks like maybe Armentrout. The old man up here can't see that far. Maybe we'll get a monitor in here next time so I can see it. But what a break. They kicked it out of bounds, but you can't just watch the ball go out and take it for granted. You got to get on it. Once that ball goes 10 yards, it's anybody's ball.
Flag on the play.
So that was number 53, Tariquez.
Illegal on the kicking team.
Should have fell on it there.
5-yard penalty from when the ball went out of bounds.
So that's a 5-yard penalty by the kicking team. And the Indians 1st and 10 with 24 seconds left to go. Let's see what Coach Malloy has, if he's going to try to get it in the end zone or if he's just content with letting it go and make some adjustments at halftime. Here's Reagan with Clay behind him. Moore in motion. Moore gets the ball, and it's a reverse. Here comes Daniels. Daniels getting a little bit of daylight. Watch the clock. Ends wisely does the junior go out of bounds to stop the clock with 18 seconds left to go. Great heads-up play by the junior, Blaine Daniels.
Enough for an Indian first down.
You got to work the clock and work the sidelines. There's still plenty of time to score. And I tell you what, with the leg of Daniels, gets down to 1 or 2 seconds, I'd send him out and try to kick 3.
First and 10
Something's better than
City
nothing.
On the night.
And I have yet to see Daniels myself kick a field goal, and I'm hearing about this leg of his, how impressive. So I'd like to see that tonight. Daniels talking to the young junior. His aspirations are to play at the college level as a kicker. Trips to the left. Here's Reagan. Reagan looking to the left. And, oh, nice pass, clean pass, but it's in the middle. They're going to have to call a timeout. As Daniels picks it up, he's still on the ground. Or still not on the ground yet. And just like heads-up play, you don't want to watch a flag call. Little nonsense going on there in the huddle as number 50 comes out, and 9 seconds left to go. What do you do? It's a pretty deep field goal. I don't know if I trust Daniels' legs on that, so I guess Malloy's going to try something.
We have a timeout.
Love to see a hook and ladder as Coach Malloy calls a timeout. But let's see an old Miami Dolphins hook and ladder. Get out there and then send somebody go on a lateral and run down the sidelines. I don't know if the Knights would expect that. Would that be an excellent play call if they have it in their repertoire, the Indians? So 9 seconds left to go. You find yourself down 18-0. Indians coming away at before halftime with something on the board has got to be a big win for the Indians and not find themselves down 3 touchdowns when they come back into the third quarter. So let's see what Coach Malloy has. And I got to give credit to the Northeastern Knights. They have had a great ground game this first half with Isaacs. I've called his name a lot. Terrell running the offense. And so Allers, great play call by the Northeastern Knights tonight. It looks like they wanting to get back to their winning ways. It's got to be frustrating when you're 0-4. And again, playing on somebody else's field. So you want to spoil senior night. Those are the two nights. You want to spoil senior night and you want to spoil the homecoming for the opposing football teams. And that's the way it's always been historically. And, of course, if you're the Indians, you can lose every game of the season, but you talk to the players, they want to win that one game, and it's always the last game against the Winchester Falcons. And we'll be carrying that game for you. It will be at Winchester, but we'll be carrying that game for you later on in the season. I believe that's an October kickoff, and it'll be probably senior night for the Winchester Falcons. So looking forward to going over to the Winchester field and calling that game as well. But Indians got to dispense the Knights here with 9 seconds left to go. Let's see what Hunter's got. Reagan from the gun, flanked by Clay. Looks like he's going to pop one up and right into the arms of a Northeastern Knight. Oh, and incomplete. Looks like they caught it, and coming from here, it looks like they were trying to lateral it back to the Knight. And going to be second down and 10, but big break for the Indians there as Hunter threw it right into the defensive player's hands, and it looked like he kind of caught it or muffed it, but tried to tip it to the player behind him, and it fell to the ground incomplete. So big break for the Indians there.
No, yeah. It was incomplete. 2 seconds, come on.
So Eli Moore checks in. Likens comes out, brings in the play to Reagan. Eli, and we got a timeout. Union City. So Coach Moore decides he wants to call a timeout. We have 2 seconds left to go. Obviously, you got to put it in the air. So what do? Maybe send a little bit of a possible pick-like looking play. Maybe do a little crossing pattern, get some mismatches going up, and maybe we can confuse the Northeastern Knights defense, and Hunter can put it up into the air, and maybe we can get 6 on this last play of the first half. Stick around, senior night. We're going to be announcing all the fall senior sports seniors for the last time in their career. Their parents will be joining them. So I got a big lineup there, pretty big line back there, and we still got the football players to join them as well. So fun halftime here at senior night. Looking at Cowper. Cowper just looks tired. You got big Mikey Miller in there. I'd like to see him get some action. Looks like Mikey Miller, number 78. Okay, here we go. Daniels is going to try. Alex Spence, the backup quarterback, is going to be the holder. Let's see the legs. This is going to be about a 35, 38-yard field goal. Let's see what the junior's leg can do. So 38, we're going to give Daniels here on the attempt with 2 seconds left to go. Something to get on the board to go into the locker room. First time for me to see this leg that we've been bragging about Daniels. And Blaine said clearly he can kick 40-yard field goals. He told me he's got a set up at his house, and he kicks field goals for practicing. The snap from Tariquez. Alex Spence to hold. It's down. Oh! Don't know what happened there, but that got no vertical whatsoever as it went into the middle of the huddle. Couldn't get any vertical on that, so bummer for the Indians as they go into the locker room, find themselves down 18-0 to the Northeastern Knights. So they'll be making some adjustments. And Coach Malloy, I think you're going to see a different Indian team out there, because if you're a senior, you might be tired. But ladies and gentlemen, this is senior night. Tired goes out the door. The adrenaline takes over, because this is your last hit, your last plays, your last time as an Indian senior on the gridiron. So there it is. So stay tuned. I will join you back in the second half. I believe Payne Abel will be joining us in the booth. I think I saw him around here somewhere. And enjoy senior night, as we'll be right back. You're watching K.I.S.S TV.
Fans, there is a concession stand at the west end of your bleachers. A Northeastern concession stand at the west end of your bleachers.
Oh, this Indy filter's all the way turned on. Great.
This style.
Yeah, that's the UND football. Usually have that on when it's daylight to kind of keep it in control. But as the sun goes down, you got to get rid of it.
Makes sense.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, Union City Junior Senior High School and the Randolph Eastern School Corporation would like to recognize our fall sport senior athletes and band members along with their parents. Our first senior, Gabe Addington. Gabe is the son of Ben and Lori Addington. Gabe has participated in football for 4 years, wrestling for 1 year, and track for 3 years. He has been a member of the SAD Club for 4 years, Science Olympiad for 2 years, National Honor Society for 2 years, the DECA program for 3 years, and K.I.S.S Radio and TV for 3 years. Gabe plans to attend IUPUI for pre-law and political science degree, then attend Indiana University's Law School. Ladies and gentlemen, Gabe Addington. Our next senior, Ryan Armentrout. Ryan is the son of Bill and Mary Armentrout. Ryan has participated in football for 4 years, basketball for 3 years, golf 1 year, and track for 2 years. He has been a member of the FFA for 4 years and the National Honor Society for 2 years. Ryan plans to pursue his welding career wherever it may take him. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Armentrout.
I can't. The fence is in the way.
Our next senior, Xavier Benavidez. Xavier is the son of Christina DeLu Cruz and Carlos Benavidez. He has participated in football for 2 years, basketball for 2 years, and golf for 2 years. He plans to attend a trade school for electrical engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, Xavier Benavidez. Our next senior, Zarin Cantu. Zarin is the son of Tina Stewart and Josh Cantu. He has participated in football for 1 year and basketball for 4 years. Zarin plans to attend a college, undecided at this time, and major in diesel technology. Ladies and gentlemen, Zarin Cantu. Our next senior, Hunter Clay. Hunter is the son of Billy and Tracy Reiser. Hunter has participated in football for 3 years, basketball for 2 years, and baseball for 2 years. His future plans are to join the United States Army. Ladies and gentlemen, Hunter Clay. Our next senior, Elijah Cowper. Elijah is the son of Melanie Heistan. Elijah has participated in football for 4 years and basketball for 4 years. His future plans are to serve in the United States Army. Ladies and gentlemen, Elijah Cowper.
I can get a small shot of.
Our next senior is Jacob Jeffries. Jacob is the son of Sarah and Brad Jeffries. He has participated in football for 4 years, basketball for 3 years, and golf for 4 years. He has also participated in the youth group of Wesley United Methodist Church for 4 years and the Randolph Central Welding Program for 2 years. Jacob plans to attend Hobart Institute of Welding Technology to become a pipeline welder and then build his own business. Ladies and gentlemen, Jacob Jeffries. Our next senior, Lucas Likens. Lucas is the son of Rob and Amy Likens. Lucas has participated in football for 4 years, track for 1 year. Lucas has been a member of AVID for 4 years, DECA program for 2 years, Apache Design for 1 year, a member of the Youth Salute program, and K.I.S.S TV and radio for 3 years. Lucas' career plans are at this time undecided. Ladies and gentlemen, Lucas Likens. Our next senior, Eric Terriquez. Eric is the son of Maria Reveles and Aurelio Terriquez. Eric has participated in football for 4 years, wrestling 4 years, and track for 3 years. He has been a member of the AVID program for 4 years, the National Honor Society for 2 years, the Youth Salute program, and the Bilingual Club. Eric plans to go to college, which is at this time undecided, and study computer science. Ladies and gentlemen, Eric Terriquez. Our next senior, Hunter Reagan. Hunter is the son of Scott and Rhonda Reagan. Hunter has participated in football for 3 years, tennis 1 year, basketball for 4 years, and baseball for 4 years. Hunter has been a member of the National Honor Society for 2 years, DECA program for 3 years, Student Council for 4 years, the FCA for 1 year, Science Olympiad for 3 years, and the K.I.S.S TV and radio program for 4 years. Hunter plans to attend Indiana University or Butler University to study pre-med, or if he gets the right offer, he hopes to play college baseball. Ladies and gentlemen, Hunter Reagan. Our next senior, Crystal Breen. Crystal is the daughter of Nicole Acton and Michael Breen. Crystal has participated in football for 1 year, basketball 3 years, and softball 2 years. Crystal plans to go into a career that will benefit and help others. Ladies and gentlemen, Crystal Breen. Our next senior, Kyle Buckingham. Kyle is the son of Michelle and Greg Buckingham. Kyle has participated in tennis for 2 years, basketball for 2 years, track for 4 years. Kyle has been a member of the DECA program for 4 years, Student Council for 4 years, SAD Club for 4 years, Science Olympiad for 3 years, the FCCLA for 4 years, and the National Honor Society for 2 years. Kyle plans to attend Indiana University to pursue a degree in the medical field. Ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Buckingham. Our next senior, Serenity Dotson. Serenity is the daughter of Michelle Dotson and the late Nicholas Dotson. She has participated in the pep band for 4 years and archery for 3 years. She plans to start schooling for a bachelor's degree in general business management. Ladies and gentlemen, Serenity Dotson. Our next senior, Brooke Nicely. Brooke is the daughter of Brandy Ham, Brandon Ham, and Brian Nicely. Brooke has participated in the cheerleading for 4 years, tennis for 1 year. Brooke has been a member of the AVID Club for 4 years and the FFA for 2 years. Her future plans are to attend a 4-year college and major in nursing. Ladies and gentlemen, Brooke Nicely. Our next senior, Colin Perry. Colin is the son of Gary and Carrie Perry. Colin has participated in cross country for 4 years, wrestling for 2 years, track for 3 years, and the pep band for 4 years. Colin has been a member of the National Honor Society for 2 years and the FCA for 2 years. Colin plans to attend the Ball State University and study business administration. Ladies and gentlemen, Colin Perry. Our next senior is Chloe Wyatt, the daughter of Jamie and Clay Wyatt. She has been a member of the cross-country team for 4 years, track team for 4 years, cheerleading squad for 2 years, the National Honor Society for 2 years, the FCA for 1 year. Her future plans are to attend Indiana State University or the University of Cincinnati, and her major at this time is undecided. Ladies and gentlemen, Chloe Wyatt. Our next senior, Allie Parton. She is the daughter of Kyle and Jessica Parton. She's participated in softball for 4 years and volleyball for 1 year. Member of the FFA for 3 years. Involved in barrel racing for 5 years. Motocross for 8 years. Also a member of the National Honor Society and the High School Scholars Program. Her future plans are to attend Purdue or Findlay University and major in agricultural education. Ladies and gentlemen, Allie Parton. Our next senior, Zach Stewart, the son of Chad and Angela Stewart. He's a member of the pep band for 4 years, and his future plans are to attend Ivy Tech to become a music teacher. Ladies and gentlemen, Zach Stewart. Our next senior is Michael Vore, escorted by Mrs. Elliott. Michael has been involved in cross country for 4 years, wrestling for 4 years, track for 3 years, the National Honor Society for 2 years, and the FCA for 2 years. His future plans are to enter the military. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Vore. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Randolph Eastern School Corporation and Union City Junior Senior High School, we thank our seniors and their parents for their contributions that they have made over the years. We wish you all the best of luck. Thank you.